Maybe you've noticed the stairs, the groceries, everything that's not as easy as they used to be. And you're starting to wonder, what would it look like to get a little help? At Care.com, asking for support doesn't mean giving up independence. The right kind of help lets you stay in charge. Whether you know what kind of care you need or you're just starting to look, Care.com is here to help. You can find background-checked in-home caregivers who fit your budget, or explore senior living communities at your own pace. Read reviews, request tours, compare options. And if it all feels overwhelming, our senior care advisors, all master's level social workers, can help you create a plan. For a limited time, use the code LISTEN20 for 20% off your initial Care.com subscription. That's LISTEN20, all one word, good for 20% off. Start your senior care journey with confidence.
Welcome to Tunnel Talk, a no facts, all feelings wrestling podcast on the Social Suplex Network. I'm Allie.
I'm Ann.
And I'm Leah. That felt so good.
I was worried I didn't know it anymore, but then I just said it from memory. And you know why? Because we've been doing the podcast for 5 fucking years.
I know. I know it.
It's just like riding a bike, baby.
Girls, it has been too long.
It's been too long.
Yeah.
Much too
I've been
long.
so scared and alone.
I know. Well, you had Ann, but I had no one. I was the one who was alone, really.
Well, if you'd been podcasting alone, more sympathy would be going your way.
Ann, let's keep it light. Let's keep it light, sister.
Okay, we're gonna make sure she doesn't leave again. So we're gonna use different tones.
Do you want me here or not? I missed you guys a lot. I want to say right up front, though, how powerful you were without me. First of all, last week, 2-legged stool. It's almost impossible to keep one of those in the air.
Yeah,
and look,
we
at
wobbled. We wobbled, but
I
we
didn't
kept
hear
it in
a
the
single
air.
wobble. And in fact, at one point in there, I was like, God, they're so good at podcasting. They really don't need me. They know exactly what they're doing.
I wouldn't say that.
No.
That's how it felt to listen to. That's how it felt.
Sarah
thank
said
you.
that my favorite thing about it, and I haven't actually told you guys this yet, where she was like, I don't think other people would have picked this up. And it's just because I know you very well. When the three of you are on together, it's just like this sense of like, the car could go anywhere. Nobody has any idea. But when you and Ann were alone, there was just such a sense of like the two of you were being so careful and just being like, keep it on the road. Hey, keep it on the road. We're doing this. We're in Mom's car. We're driving it. We're not trying to drive off the road. And
it was like you were in one of those, what are the rail cars where it's like someone on either end, like, to make it keep going. You were kind of doing that and you're like, stay on the rails. Stay on the rails.
Yeah.
No, I think we were both being very like, I'm awake, I'm alive, I'm here with you, I'm here with you.
And I'm
like,
supporting
deeply.
you.
Look into my eyes.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
I will not drop you. There is not going to be a pause here.
We only have each other. So we will. Listen, if you're making a joke, I'm going to laugh harder than I've ever laughed. I'm supporting you.
This probably strengthened your bond so much I'm never going to catch up. You know, it's like... It's over for me. It's fucking over for me. And that was after you guys had our friend Mike on as a guest. And when I listened to Mike is going to hate this. He's at home just being like, shut up. Don't even mention it. Because he doesn't like to receive praise. I know you're really unhappy, Mike. I'm sorry about that. But I had the fucking time of my life listening to that episode and repeatedly throughout. I was like, thank fucking God it's Mike and not me. Mm-hmm. This is amazing. I love listening to Tunnel Talk with Mike. Should Mike have my job? For sure.
He really just did the world's best job of giving us the exact amount of information and in the way that I wanted it.
Yeah, and some of the things he said have stuck with me so strongly.
Absolutely.
Like, every time something happens that I don't like, I think it's on me for watching wrestling like, pretty consistently.
I don't know. I like went into hysterics when he was talking about Speedball and Kevin Knight's, the energy of their gaze. And I like, every time we saw them for 5 seconds on Dynamite last night and I was like, he's so right. And it's not like, it's like we've talked about it, but just something about the way that he put it, I was just like, Mike, you get it. You really get it. You really get it.
Yeah.
He'll be back. He'll be back sometime when I'm here.
Yeah.
And then we'll get the power rankings back involved and that'll be good for all of our mental health.
Love a power ranking.
Yeah, but I don't know. I miss you guys. I missed wrestling. It's crazy.
I'm so glad you're home.
Yeah. It's good to be home. It's good to be home
without you. Yeah. I didn't like watching wrestling without you there. I didn't like podcasting without you there.
Yeah.
No, and The limbo was also just killing me, where it was like every week it was, and especially our listeners got into it at a certain point and was like, is Allie home yet? And I was like, not yet.
No. And I was like in full like ghost mode. Like I was just like, I'm out of office. I'm not responding. I was working my job from my friend's house. But I was like, I'm not responding to emails. I'm not on any platform. I'm in my own head. I'm locked in the labyrinth of my own mind, getting 24/7 exposure therapy about my issues with uncertainty because my car is an hour and a half away in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And I just kept thinking, like, they say they're going to fix it, and they might, but they also might be crushing it into a block. And it could have been crushed by now. And I have to accept that. I have to accept that this car could be gone.
You were so brave for enduring that, though, because I do think like a week in, like a really small amount of time in, I would have been like, who needs a car? Maybe I'll just walk around from now on. Like
I had kind of the opposite response, where I had been away from home for so long that I was like reciting Elizabeth Bishop, The Art of Losing, to myself and just being like, I don't own anything anymore. I don't have any belongings. My apartment is not my own. The things in my apartment are not my own. The things in my garage are not my own. I don't own anything. I am loose in the world. I'm terrified. I'm shivering naked and alone. I own nothing. I am no one. But I did have a good time. I was staying with friends, really good friends, and they had 2 small kids. And as we kept saying, small children are like therapy dogs, because the second you get stressed out in front of them, they're just like, Allie, Allie, look at me, Allie. Literally sometimes verbatim, just being like, Allie, can you look at me now? It's like, yeah, for sure. I will look at you now.
My nephew will say sometimes, he'll just say straight up, I need attention. It's like,
so
well,
honest.
that's very straightforward. Yeah.
we could all learn something from that.
Yeah.
It really does feel like there are times in all of our adult lives where it's like, it would just be better if you could just say, you know what's going on with me right now? I need attention. I need
Yeah.
Can you look at me now? I need you to look at me now. Yep. And so I had a really fun time and came up with a lot of new lore that you guys know about, and I'm back. And I'm back, baby.
You're back.
Yeah.
And we watched wrestling. And I'm back in wrestling.
And we're back in wrestling.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a moment. Let's do our pod business, and then we'll talk about the experience of coming back to wrestling after a little bit of a break from watching the product. And then we'll do the news items. And I remember how to host. Yeah. I'm going to do really well at it, so don't worry about that.
You're already doing really well at it, so.
I'm doing my best, which is all any of us can do. The Art of Losing by Elizabeth Bishop.
This stool has 3 legs, and so it'll stay up no matter what.
Mm-hmm. They could be the creakiest legs in the world, but if there's 3 of them, baby, this magic can't fail. All right.
I've been watching Friday Night Lights for some reason, and so instantly when you said that, I immediately was like, clear hearts. Clear eyes, full hearts.
Can't lose. Can't lose.
Can't lose.
Okay, so just a light bit of pod business. It is halfway through February. That seems
wild.
Impossible. It's halfway through February. You know what happens in March?
Yeah.
It's called something called March Madness.
Yep.
For bodies.
Best boss.
Bodies.
The triple B.
You guys know Anne is kind of the mathematician among us. She kind of runs our tournament. So Anne, I'm going to kick it to you. Can you explain what we need? Hey, from you listeners.
Yeah. So last year, as listeners might remember, we ourselves seeded the tournament by, I think we each gave like our top 20 wrestlers and we ranked them into tiers. And then I seeded them into a classic March Madness single elimination style tournament. This year, going to mix it up because we can't just redo the same tournament. Nope. So this time, we're going to have you, our listeners, seed the bodies for us. So I'm going to put up a little Google form. You guys are going to enter your top 10 or 20. I'll decide the number. Don't worry about that. Your top bodies.
And guys, just let me jump in. You can take some notes now while you're listening. Okay, so just take some notes on what Anne's saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
you. Start listing them. Just start listing the beautiful bodies. Again, these are male only bodies. Yeah. Only the men's division. The women don't need it from us. They don't need it from anybody. And all of you should cool it with them.
Yeah.
Shut up.
So start ranking those men's bodies. I'll put up a Google form. You can enter them in the order, and then I'm going to take what the listeners give us in data, and we're going to seed a tournament. And this year, we are going to go Connie-style round-robin bodies tournament instead of single elimination. So this is going to give us a little more little more accurate. You're not going to run into situations where two beautiful bodies run into each other too early in the tournament.
No.
We're going to even it out.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to the truth this year.
Now,
Leah looks so locked in.
and just a little feedback. Like, I know you did that on the fly. Can we like take out the phrase like "seed the body" in the future?
Or double down on it, maybe? Should that be?
Should the theme
of this year be "Seed the Bodies"? March Madness, "Seed the Bodies."
I think that's beautiful.
Ring
I think
to
that
it.
can go on the graphic. We'll get Blorb to draw it for us.
Oh my God, perfect. Okay, Blorb will be reaching out to you. What I would like all the listeners to, there'll be a tweet. You'll go to the Google form. I know that you guys are going to love to get involved. Please get involved. Send in your bodies. I would like you to go on the same journey that we've had to go on, where you ask yourself philosophically, morally, ethically, academically, what is a good body?
Yeah.
What is to me? What is a perfect body to me?
Yeah.
I want you to really get in touch with that question, and you're going to find that it is not as simple as some of you think it is.
Yeah, it's a pretty deep philosophical question that will really get you to just question the nature of.
You are going to go on a journey, so pack your bags.
Yeah, and maybe I'll let you submit photos too. I think that would be helpful.
I would love that.
Find your sexiest photo. If you're nominating Kip, be like, this is the sexiest photo of Kip.
Yeah.
That would be really helpful, actually, because there are, I don't want to name any names at this stage in the game, but there are bodies that come up where I say, like, show me on the screen where the good body is. So I'd love to really see, like, the moment that you're like, that's it. That's the body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Great. So that's going to be really, really wonderful.
By year 3, this is going to be like
convincingly.
By year 3, it's going to be a full-on like top 100 matches, except it'll be top 100 bodies, and each one will have blurbs from listeners who submitted them, like describing the body and what makes it great.
Okay, well, when did someone send us those like pictures from the old wrestling magazine of the old wrestlers with people being like, this is my hottest hunk?
Yeah.
And actually, I loved all the descriptions, and just like some people really made their case. Like some of them I would have said like, I don't see it. And then I was reading it and looking and reading and looking, and I was like, you know what? You're so right. He is the number one hottie of all time. How could I have missed it before?
Yeah.
Change my mind.
Maybe the Google form is evolving now. Maybe you can just list your top 10, top 20, however many, but I'll leave a little optional
Make your case
for a blurb, so you can make your case. That'll go on the slides when we present these body matchups.
I would love to have some quotes on those slides. Yeah. Just somebody making their case. This is wow. Together, better together.
Together. This is where the magic happens.
This is where the magic happens. All right. So we'll be tweeting that link, and we'll tell you about it again next week. I think we'll get one or two more weeks in before it's March, and March is coming. I'm afraid to tell you it's coming fast. So watching wrestling again, back at it again. Mm-hmm. I had been off the sauce, as it were, for a long time, like 7 weeks.
Yeah.
We did watch World's End, some of it.
Some of it. Like 2.5 matches.
Yeah, but in the small child household, watching wrestling in the evening is not a huge priority. That's when you kind of like collapse and like try to get your brain back. So parents, I've never respected you more. I wanted to say that. I've never respected you more. It is crazy to not watch wrestling for 7 weeks, having normalized it in your mind, and then come back to it and be like, what the fuck is this?
I know.
I don't know if this is an experience that everybody has when you go away for as little as 2 months. But you come back and you're just like, whoa, I watched this?
I think we have friends
who
have stopped for years, and so we'll have to ask and be like, did you have an adjustment period where you were like, oh yeah, this is silly?
This has got to be one of the things, though, where it's different if you watched in childhood and then you're coming and going. Because like to start watching in adulthood, kind of get to a normalized stage and then stop for even a second. It's thrilling. To be clear, it's like kind of a positive where I'm just like, oh my God, I forgot this is fucking insane. I forgot everything that happens on this is insane.
I know. I think I was thinking about this more today too, because like I keep finding certain things in wrestling like so kind of hilariously silly now, seeing them with new fresh eyes that had a break. And I think it's also partly that like there has been like while we were off, I watched the Diddy documentary, and then I've been unfortunately paying some attention to current events. And there is a lot of, it is hard not to. There is a lot of like insecure posturing masculinity out there, both with Diddy, a monster, and with say the current events. And it really has. I think January is not a great month for posturing masculinity, and it came across as very insecure and pathetic to me. So then coming back to wrestling, which is a very obviously performative and flamboyant kind of masculinity, like turned up to 11, it's just like, wow, you guys think this is cool, huh?
Yeah. And sometimes, I haven't, you know what, I can't gather any thoughts on that on the moment, but one is always thinking to oneself, like, I could write a thesis on this. When you're watching wrestling, the number one thing you think is like, I could write a thesis on this. And people have, and they've been really good, I think. But there's always something new to be said about how we are exploring, I don't know, everything, kind of everything in wrestling. It's crazy. It's crazy in here. So happy to be in here with you girls. It really feels safe. Let's talk. Should we talk the storylines?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Kenny and Swerve, I hope I'm going to do an okay job because everything I know about what's happened in the past 8 weeks, I learned from you guys on this podcast. So, good luck.
So, finally, you're one of our listeners who listens every week and yet has never watched the show. You're like them. You're stepping into Hannah's shoes for a second.
Yeah. And I do see, I'm like, wrestling does seem really fun through this lens. Like, it's fun to know almost nothing, but feel confident about it. Kenny and Swerve opened this week's Dynamite with an in-ring interview, or Anne, as you put it in your notes, a mouth-to-mouth sesh. You said mouth-to-mouth. I added sesh. Swerve started things off with some light commentary on Kenny's last few years, saying that Kenny used to be the top of the heap at AEW, but the second Swerve made it up there too, Kenny became entranced with the concept of quiet quitting, and he hasn't really been around. He said, Kenny, you call yourself the god of pro wrestling, but it's not very godly. Oh, he didn't say this. I wrote this. It's not very godly to forever be saying, ooh, my tummy hurts. And he also suggested that Kenny might be doing some of the same evil EVP stuff that the Bucks were doing last year, and he's going to take him out. Kenny, who was doing something so funny during this, where he was just like, I don't know, like sometimes like doing pretty good face acting, like I'm really listening to what you're saying, and then abruptly dissociating again, like just. And at one point, I actually can't get into it. Anyway.
He's just like, listen, tummy hurt.
Tummy hurt. Like, and he gets this kind of cross-eyed. I wrote in my notes in the middle of this, I wrote, should Kenny turn into a lizard? And it was because he gets this kind of like cross-eyed, eyes closed look somehow. That's just like, in your mind, you have become a rock that you're sunning on. And you are nowhere near anything that's happening here right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Kenny was like, is it my turn to talk? He said, minor correction. I didn't call myself the god of pro wrestling. The fans called me that. True or false?
I mean, I don't know.
He said it quite a bit.
He may not have originated it. I don't know who originated it, but he certainly has said it quite a few times.
Like, I don't know if you originated it, but you love it. I know you love it. He got into a whole speech about taking the viewers' belief in him as a god as a great responsibility. They were going back and forth about the whose house chant. He says, yeah, maybe your house, but for you to question me, maybe the lights are on in that house, but no one's home. And if you need someone to burn down that house, I've got just the friend who's had experience in it. This shocked me. Did you guys find that start? I was just like, Kenny, are you allowed to? I feel like Hangman watching it would be like, that's for me and him. We can talk about that. Kenny, I don't think you should be bringing that up.
And it's like, Kenny, are you and Hangman on terms where you feel like you could just like sick him on Swerve?
I don't know that
he
he
and
would be
Swerve
sick.
have a closer relationship than you two do at this point.
Yeah. I would not be confident that Hangman would choose Kenny in that showdown. Like that, I'm not confident that he would choose Swerve. I don't know what he would do. Cry and jerk off, I think.
What would he do? It would be something private that we might not see on TV. I found that very shocking. I said, that's a really interesting character choice, Kenny. Kenny challenged Swerve to a match. Swerve said, fine, I'm the most dangerous man at AEW. Kenny said Brody King was the most dangerous man at AEW. Swerve promised to put Kenny back in a hospital bed. And then they started fighting. They got into it, and they, fought out into the crowd, and then they jumped off a stage together. I mean, they were doing moves, but it was a cooperative performance, is what I would call it. And I thought it was really beautiful to see.
I like that it started with a face slap and then like a pause while the fury rose up in them, and then like Swerve started slowly taking off his jacket while Kenny slowly took off his watch.
They said, let's savor the moment.
Kenny was really fumbling with that watch too. It was one of those moments where I'm like, this is not going smoothly. You've never seen a watch buckle before.
It's the trying to unlock the shark tank, the shark cage thing, where it's just like, oh, that's my nightmare. That's the one thing in wrestling I'm always saying I wouldn't do, is anything like that. Take off a watch, unlock a cage. Like, it's just like, I know you want to make a fool of me.
This is a trick. This is
the trick, and it's gonna work.
Also, Swerve is always he always looks really well put together, and his outfits always rule. I will say, I didn't really think the leather on leather tracksuit really worked for him as well.
You said something a little mean about it.
I did say that he was giving a little Ross Geller on a date.
Yeah, that hard to hear, but you know what?
Yeah.
And I love him. Hey, I love you, Swerve. We all miss sometimes.
I'm gonna take a big swing, and
I'm gonna say something controversial. I think leather outfits don't work a lot of the time.
Yeah.
It's just not something that I believe.
He's worn leather pants before, and it was like, all right, but like the multiple, it was no.
Yeah,
and
they were too matchy.
Pant anyway. Yeah.
But you know what? You got to take big swings. You got to try stuff.
Mm-hmm. Got to.
So let's get another outfit. Let's go shopping.
Yeah, I'd rather see people try things that don't work than come out in the same shorts and merch. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Yeah. Make it fun. Kenny was really on his hockeyism bullshit in this promo. What did he have to say?
The heebie-jeebies. That was a fun one. Kenny, why?
There was some other one too that now I can't remember what it was, but I was like, Kenny, there's something wrong with your mind.
I wish that I could get Kenny out of kayfabe, sitting down like really seriously. I'm like, Kenny, describe your character to me, and let's go really deep on like some of the various things that are coming up with the character, like the verbiage. I'd just like to hear how he would describe it, or if he's just like, that's me. That's 100% genuine Kenny Omega.
My character was struck by lightning while watching the Andy Griffith show, I don't know, maybe.
Checks out. I love that imagination. Any general thoughts on the Swerve Kenny feud vibes?
It's interesting to me because it's not as grounded, I think, as like Hangman Swerve. Like, it just doesn't feel like as like connected to their characters, but it has this very big like feel to it, like a Batman versus Superman type, you know what I mean? Like, they just feel like both such titans, and it's like, my God, I can't believe they've never fought before. This is amazing.
Seem crazy.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's like, oh yeah, these guys have basically not interacted before because I guess Kenny's been ducking Swerve or whatever. So
his tummy hurt, Ann. What do you want him to do?
Tummy hurts so bad.
I'm sorry, Kenny. I take your diverticulitis seriously. I mean, mostly pretty seriously most of the time.
Also, I figured out what the word was that we were talking about last time, which is, that's a heckin' idea.
Oh my God. I thought that I must have misunderstood that afterwards. I thought he must have said like, that's a heck of an idea, but it really sounded like that's a heckin' idea. And I kind of couldn't process that. I was like, well, we have to set that to one side.
But even a heck of an idea is still like a very funny thing to be saying on.
They're both loony to be saying, but heck an idea is more like that has to be a purposeful joke. Heck of an idea is like, I don't know. Could be really who you honestly are. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, it's distressing. Yeah, but like, so since they haven't really interacted so much, it like kind of makes sense how they're coming at it. But I also feel like if I were them, I would be kind of hitting Hangman stuff harder. Like, and I know it's one of those things where I'm like, is this just because I'm a pervert? But it's like, I feel like them being jealous
Perverts
over
are right.
Hangman would be, that's like the juiciest angle I could think of.
Yeah.
This is an area where our perversion for like wanting like high drama, like soap opera storylines, I'm like, is right. You know,
Yeah.
like, I'm just like, well, it is what it is. That would be the sexiest thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've a little bit been destroyed because a couple weeks ago we were watching and it was kind of a boring match. And Leah was like, and people watch this and they're not even thinking about sex. It's really crazy. And I was like, yeah, it's totally crazy. Like, it's hard to imagine. And then after a second, I was like, wait, right now are we furries? Like watching a team mascot and being like, and normies, it's strange to think about, but they don't even think about sex when they're watching these team mascots. And now every time I think something perverted, I'm like, well.
Am I a furry? And I need you to go to confession. This is not what I wanted to hear my first night.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, you don't like to hear that we're furries now?
I respect furries. Of course I respect furries, but no,
It's a sobering thought to apply to oneself. I agree.
Yeah. I forgot
Let's
I
set
had that out of...
Let's set that to one side, maybe. Let's set that to one side.
I forgot I had that like complete out of body experience where I was just like, and other people do this for normal reasons. Crazy.
Sometimes it is like, if I didn't think about the things I were thinking about during wrestling, it is like, what would I be thinking about? Nothing.
Yeah.
That could be its own joy.
I do think Swerve was like, not to use a pervert word, but seeding some stuff where he was like talking.
It's a great word, isn't it? It just kind of works for
Rolls
what you mean.
off the tongue.
Yeah.
Works
He was,
for what you mean.
He was talking a lot about like, you know, like part of the thing about Kenny being a god no longer is like, he was like, the younger people are in charge now. Like, you're old and you're irrelevant and you're past your prime sort of stuff. He could be doing something like you have to let Hangman go. He's like, he was your fun little like JV member, like babysitter, but now, you know.
He was your babysitter.
No,
He was the babysitter you had a little thing going with.
I know what you mean. He was a junior babysitter.
Yeah.
You were a senior babysitter. You were very similar ages, really, but
Yeah.
Well, so true. I've lost
Allie's like, how do I get us back on the rails now? It's like, well, we don't know where the car's going. It could go anywhere.
I'm grappling with the fact that I'm out of practice. So it's like I'm hearing things and being like, I'm not prepared to respond to that. Kenny, I will say, Kenny got into a little patter at one point in his promo when he was doing that thing where he was going like, it may be your house, but for you to question me, maybe the lights are on in that house, but no one's home. It was like the Mox beat poetry thing where I was like, I'm loving hearing it, but I am no longer taking any meaning from it. I don't understand what's going on at all. It's just like associative sentences. Like it's a game of exquisite corpse, kind of, where it's like every sentence kind of follows the last, but when I try to put them all together into like a thesis, I can't quite get there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Kenny, he's
Kenny.
not a beat poet like Mox, but he is a little bit in that, like, he uses surprising words and it gives an overall impression more than...
I often finish his promos being like, no, I don't know what that meant.
And that's pro wrestling, baby. Mm-hmm. Anything else you want to say about... So Swerve and Kenny are going to fight at next week's Dynamite, and they're not going to be in Australia, I don't think.
Yeah, they're not on the card as of right now.
They're
I don't
not
think.
on the card.
It does feel kind of crazy that they're only in Australia for one collision. It's just like a long way to go for one collision.
It is a long. It's a long flight. It's a very long flight.
The listeners will have seen Grand Slam by the time they hear this, so they might be like, "You idiots didn't know that Kenny and Swerve were gonna show
Kiss
up." Well,
at
we
Grand
don't.
Slam.
What if we kissed in Australia?
And we were both boys. I also put in this section, why did I put it in here? The MJF Brody match. Oh, because that's how the Kenny Swerve thing came to be, was because of the
MJF.
Nominally, this is the title scene.
Because this is the title scene, right? Okay, we got there in the end. MJF and Brody are going to fight at Grand Slam, and did anyone have anything to say about that?
This squash was so good that now I'm like, Brody can do no wrong. Of course, I want to see Brody do it again. Squash him again. I want Champ Brody.
I know. Seriously, it would make everything better. And I really love the innovation of a title scene where I don't see MJF hardly at all. And it's just Hangman swerving Kenny doing interesting stuff.
You guys had to, because I'm coming back in, I haven't watched in a while. The main event for this week's Dynamite was the women's strap match. Wonderful. And we were like, it was like 3-4 minutes to the hour when the show is supposed to end. We come back from commercial. The main event hasn't started yet. And they hit an MJF promo. And I was like, isn't that just the fucking Tony Khan's thing of all time? The show is supposed to end in 2 minutes. We have a full event to go. And we're getting an MJF promo now. And you guys were like, well, he's never on TV, Allie. So you were kind of like, just calm down. It's fine. And I was like, I wasn't mad. I'm not mad. You're right. I have some perspective.
I think I just sort of hit a place where I'm like, somehow I've lucked out into a devil's deal where I only see MJF in these easily digestible little clips, and that's it. So I'm like, yeah, if Tony's out, he's at his complete freedom to play them wherever he wants to play them. He could play them all day. I mean, he could play them at any point in the episode because I'm secure and comforted by the knowledge that this is it, baby. This is it.
90 seconds. That's all we're seeing. It's
and that is
not a complaint.
Be brief, be bright, be gone, as some people like to say. Well, I think that's great. Okay, let's move on. They're going to fight. MJF and Brody are going to fight. So, Brody, I wish you the very best, and thank you for your service. You are doing your part.
And honestly, after this episode where titles were just changing willy-nilly, it's like, I don't know what's going to happen with anything. Like, sure, like, give it to Brody. I think that's in line with the rest of the booking.
Yeah, give it to Brody and we can all chant fuck ice for the rest of the, until he loses it. That'd be fun.
Did you guys enjoy today's little discourse cycle where Dave was like, WBD said that Brody can't be on TV right now because people will chant fuck ice and they don't want people to do that. And then Sean Ross Sapp was like, actually, WBD said that didn't happen and that Brody is very welcome on TV. And then everybody was going back and forth being like, see, Dave is so washed. I'm not saying anyone is washed or not washed, but I thought Trevor Dame did have a very good point where he was like, yeah, of course they're going to say that. What do you...
Yeah. But my favorite part about that is that when Dave responded, Dave just reported on it. And he was like, WBD did not tell them. And I'm like, you're the one who said it. Like... Do you want to say like, well, that's contrary to what I heard, or like, like he just acted like he wasn't the one who said it originally, so he's just passing on more information.
We're all looking for the guy who did this. Yeah. But it's just kind of like, it's like, Dave, that's your worst journalism because you shouldn't be saying things that you wouldn't say like, well, it's what I heard, but now people are saying something different. Like you should be clear if you believe in your original source and whether you think that now they're changing the story.
I think this whole thing was like semantic wrangling though. What I suspect happened is that WWD said, we don't want fuck ice chants on TV. Tony was like, oh, I'll just like take Brody off TV for a week to like let things calm down a little bit. And then Dave gets on there all excited because he thinks there shouldn't be fuck ice chants on TV and like rambles about how like WBD didn't want Brody on TV, eliding the intermediary step. And so then WBD is denying it accurately.
That could be the case.
I
think that sounds credible. Anything could be true. My major takeaway is that being in wrestling fandom and looking around at what the purported journalists and the fans and everybody is doing, it's like you're at a party and you look around and you're like, now there's egg on everybody's face at this party. What happened? Where did the egg come from? Why do you guys walk around with egg on your face all the time?
Yeah.
So embarrassing.
None of it made anyone look good because it's like, well, Dave, like, where did you hear it from? Did you ask any follow-up questions? Did you try to verify it before you just said it on your radio show? And then then all of the other people who were like, WBD said they didn't say it. It's like, well, did you ask them any follow-up questions or just nobody asked anything?
No,
and is like
none
a
of you
man,
should
an
be
old man.
100% believing anything that anyone is saying to you.
Right. They're
I
all
thought that
lying.
that's what they taught in journalism school.
Just the most credulous group of individuals of all time. It's like, but they said that's not true. Maybe it isn't. But
Our
maybe it is.
podcast, the best way to release breaking news anyway. I don't know.
I know, if it didn't come from us.
Yeah, obviously our news is dead on, multiple sourced.
All right. Now, okay, we're moving on. Are y'all done here? Yeah. The Young Bucks are gunning for the tag team titles again. They fought Gates of Agony on this week's Collision and won, earning them a place in this week's Dynamite 3-Way. This is a series of matches where it's like, I feel like the coverage on AEW.com kind of implied, they were talking about it kind of like, it's similar to what you were saying with the title scene last week and the week before. Like, the way they're talking about it kind of implies, like, there's a clear pathway here. And I was like, it doesn't seem very clear to me. I don't really understand what we're moving toward.
I feel like a lot of their storytelling, it would be better if they just, like, had clear guardrails or, like, story, because then you can tell stories within them. Like, if it's clear what makes the number one contender or whatever, then, like, we can all work within the rules of the universe. But we're always just like, yeah, they're like the number one contender or whatever. It's just like, guys.
And maybe that's fine, but it was hard to follow. But it's fine.
Can I also say, when the ring announcer announced Gates of Agony and said their names, they said Bishop Khan, apparently. But it sounded exactly like Big Dumb Claude to me. I listened to it like 4 times, and that's all I could hear. And then I had to go like look up his name, and then I was like, I guess. But wouldn't Big Dumb Claude be kind of a great wrestler?
Yeah. Great wrestler. Immediately, I'm like, I stan. I would love to be a fan of Big Dumb Claude.
I want that to be Claudio's next iteration.
I'm so charmed right now. I've never liked Claudio more than envisioning him as Big Dumb Claude.
I'm mad that he's not Big Dumb Claude because Big Dumb Claude should be in like a grifter faction. Like he should be like in Mox's Twitch stream or something. Like, you know, like being like, so true, King, let's hit the gym. I don't know what they say.
I love to listen to you like invent male Twitch stream banter.
Just immediately give away that I don't know what the fuck is happening on Twitch.
No, but he is like the grind set version of like a minion who's just like, on it, boss.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So the Bucks win this match, and then FTR come out, and oh yeah, I didn't get around to watching these clips. I'm adapting to being home, so I'll be back in it next week. But FTR and the Young Bucks had some kind of back and forth. This can't be important. I think they probably just repeated it again the next week. So anyway, so then the Dynamite 3-Way was the Young Bucks, the Little Rascals. Are they just called the Rascals or the Little Rascals?
I think they're just the Rascals, but I think the Little Rascals.
The Little Rascals
were called
the winner.
Yeah, come on. The Young Bucks, the Little Rascals, and a wildcard team that turned out to be Private Party, which you guys
I
manifested.
loved. Yeah, well,
You manifested it.
It was particularly good because the discourse all week in a lot of different chats I was reading where it was like, it's definitely going to be Cope and Christian. And so like the whole time I was like, I guess I'm going to see Cope and Christian again. And then it was that we manifested seeing Private Party. I was like, I love
Feels
this for me.
fucking good. Feels good.
Cope and Christian are never coming back, apparently. Everyone's always convinced they're about to come back. And then
It would be funny if they never came back again.
Yeah.
But like once every 3 months, everyone becomes convinced that they are.
They were just like mystery tag team once every 3 months.
I think it would be kind of it should become a tradition at the company that every so often someone has to hint something that people are like, that's about Cope and Christian, but then Cope and Christian never show up. Yeah. And that's just like a little, like a fun game for the wrestlers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Someone's like, I'm really on the edge of despair. And everyone's like, fuck off. God damn it. They're coming back, and then they're all furious. Their wrestling is ruined for the next month, and then he just never comes back.
And they're just actually on a honeymoon for the rest of their lives. They're just enjoying their love. So Private Party, this is love to see Private Party. Oh geez, you have my heart. B, immediately thrilling because we've heard, as you guys mentioned on the pod last week, we've heard that one of them got really big. So it's like, that's what I like, because I'm like locked in. I'm like, oh, let's get a look at these bodies. And they knew how to play it because they had jackets on and they were not taking those jackets off.
And the camera wouldn't stay steady on them. And I just kept being like, guys, I have to see the bodies. And I just kept getting taunted.
we're just like, Mark Quinn, I need you to stay still, and then I need the camera to zoom in, and I need a long shot.
Little walk on the catwalk, please display.
Are you a model or not? Do you know what I mean? Do your little turn.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Mark Quinn's new big body?
I'm so happy because when people said that he got really like
Worrying.
I was like worried that he was gonna come out scary, and I was like, I can't picture it.
When you think about him having too many very defined muscles, it makes you shudder.
Yeah. Well, it made me keep picturing, that stupid meme where it's like the regular, like, what is it, Akita dog, and then it's the Akita dog that's got way too many muscles. Yeah. That's what I just kept picturing for Mark Quinn. It's just like his normal, happy, like nice face, but then just on a strongman body. That was not the case. It's like he came back with like the thick, beautiful Swerve thing. Juicy. Like the thing that Swerve came back where it's just like, oh, you got big and such as like that's a physical labor body. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. Like I'm sure you have so many muscles under there, but I like that there's a layer on top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if men were smart, they'd just never do those cuts. We don't want to see it. No. It looks beautiful without them.
Just drink really water.
I don't want to
stay hydrated. Please. So this was a really fun match. Of course, obviously. The Little Rascals, I've got two things to say. One, I don't know them apart yet. This is all I've seen them do. One of them has
3 of them too. So
there's 3. There's another. They have one in reserve. It's wonderful for them. It's good to have a rascal in reserve. One of them who was out there that night had the sweetest smile I've ever seen. He made this expression. I was just like, you could have my heart. I'm going to keep a close eye on you because you could have my heart because that was such a sweet boy smile. The other thing is that their Titantron stuff, that's what it's called, right? The Titantron?
I think so.
Yeah, their images. I was like, you guys should be sponsored by Sour Patch Kids. Like something about your whole deal. I'm like, let's get some brand synergy going on.
I love that.
So that's a hot idea for them, and I'll be getting in their DMs, sliding into their DMs. Okay, so the Bucks win this match.
And I would like to also say that our channel, like right before the show, had linked us to new Mel Coleman art of the Elite, where they had insano bodies that look like Don Callis commissioned it.
She had drawn muscles that I'm like, that cannot be anatomically existing.
It's like, do most people have abs in their armpits? Like,
only if you're really strong, lucky and you work really hard.
Anyways, it scared me and it got me upset a little bit. So then when the Young Bucks came out and they had normal human bodies, I was so comforted. I was like, look at those bodies.
I love imagining you like a dog on the 4th of July under your coffee table waiting for the Bucks to come out.
Basically. I was scared.
They looked normal. Of course, they do have quite a few muscles right now, but they looked really lovely. So let's not worry about that. And it was crazy because I missed the whole transition. So it was crazy to just be like, oh, super kick party. Siri play landslide. Like I'm just like, no. These men are about
all
to
those tassels.
Spend all year emotionally torturing me, being like, you'll never see these again. I'm already in the future. It's hard for me to enjoy the present when I'm thinking about the future, where they want to take themselves away from me, and I know that. Okay, so I'm fine.
They're really horrible. The way they just keep being like, and we're gonna die in a minute. Any day now. Life is short. Enjoy it.
Stop telling me about it. I hate you. Okay, so they win though. And then FTR come out and cut a promo. And it's an FTR promo. I mean, it's like, what are you going to say? What I will say, do you think that Dax is doing some kind of weird accent, like, or some weird new voice? He sounds different, right?
His vibe was that, like, earlier today, someone approached him and was like, we'd love for you to audition for a Tennessee Williams play. And he was like, oh my God, I think I could be great. So then he was like trying some stuff out in the promo.
Why is that so funny? Oh my God, I think I could be great. It's like, yeah, Dax being like, I could really make a turn for a serious acting job.
I could do that.
Tennessee Williams, yes.
Oh my God, I think I could be great. Why has nobody asked me this before? Go on, Leah.
No, that was just it. That was his vibe. That he was like thinking about like his audition, and it just came out.
It has to be something like that, something very much like that, because
Do you think I nailed it?
I think you did. I think that's what happened. He was getting scouted for Tennessee Williams.
And he's really excited about it. He thinks he could be great.
Me on the hot tin roof? It's more likely than you might think. I just kept being like, this isn't Dax. Like I was like looking around the screen, like, who's talking? It can't be Dax. But of course, everything he said was pretty classic Dax, where he was like, it's you guys and
yeah.
Yep.
And someone somewhere is going to be like, they didn't know he was Southern the whole time. He's so for real. He never talked like that.
No, it's not about being Southern. It's about the voice that he had.
Yeah.
It was a different voice. It was a different voice. Did he go to Turkey for vocal surgery?
He's regrowing. He needed his voice to be deeper, so he got vocal implants.
I thought it was kind of higher than usual, actually.
I mean, Dax wants his voice to be higher.
It was
a Tennessee
affected.
Williams play.
And
It was affected in some way.
It was affected. It was affected. It was like, you're doing something here.
I saw someone tweet or Blue Sky or whatever lately, and they clearly liked FTR, and this is whatever. It's just a fine opinion. It's legal in these United States.
No, it's not legal. Don't say that.
But they were like, like, I love FTR, I love the Bucks, and I love how they bring them back together once in a while, is what they said. I said, once in a while? You're constantly. That's all we ever do in this company.
I've barely seen them apart. I've barely ever seen them apart.
And
they get to fight one other team like every 6 months.
And I'm so ungracious about it at this point, where I'm just like, how dare you even speak to the Young Bucks? When they were like, you're chasing our glory or whatever they said. I was like, how dare you? How dare you even look at them? You should be lucky to grace the same screen. Shut up.
It's so funny. Pretty much anyone else can come out in normal kayfabe wrestling and be like, I'm the best in the world and you better learn it. And I'm just like, he has to say that because you have to believe in yourself. You simply have to believe when FTR do it. I'm like, I'm suing you. You should.
I know. It's like, are you serious? Do you seriously think this is in the realm of possibility?
They make me
you
crazy.
Wish, Dax.
They make me crazy. And Dax did say he had this line. He was like, we've been successful in every company we've been in. Oh, he also did this thing where he talked about him and Cash like they were one person and the Bucks like they were one person. And I was like, you and Cash are two separate people. The Bucks are one person. Oh. You are two people.
Now you're one person now that Cash is done with his gun charges.
Haven't heard Cash's voice in a minute. He said, we've been successful in every company we've been in, whereas you had to create a company to be successful. And I was like, and it's a very successful company.
And I was like, you see how one is cooler, right?
One is way cooler.
Yeah. If you were as good as us, you wouldn't have been good enough to create a whole company around.
Actually,
so funny.
We actually were like really great inside the mold. You had to break the mold, so
which is like, in a way, it's like, if they didn't always do the same thing, I would be like, that's good, he'll work. Because it's so fucking dumb. You know what? I don't think they think about it that much. Anyway, and so Matt tried to get in there a couple times to say something, and he couldn't. So eventually, they just super kicked FTR, and then they grabbed the tag team titles, and they were kind of contemplating them showboatily, but like the faces that they are, like the demure faces that they are. Stokely was in his wheelchair, and they kind of acted on the outside like they were gonna like beat him or super kick him or something, and then instead they just deposited the titles in his lap and left, which I thought was pretty funny. So then I guess they're gonna fight FTR in the Dynamite next week or something. Yeah. Maybe.
I think next
something.
week.
I think on a like Dynamite.
Yeah.
On a Dynamite.
Which, like, I guess at least it's not a pay-per-view.
I love the Bucks and Kenny all being like, Australia, I don't think so. Not I.
Yeah. They're like, I'm not, that's really far away. I'm not doing that.
Toni, that sounds like a huge drag. Was one of you, did I cut one of you off?
No. I mean, I was worried that this was going to happen for like Wembley. And so I'm like, all right, fine. If Toni has to see this once a year, at least we're getting it over with now.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen? I mean, what do you
think is going to happen? Now that's a question I don't know the answer to.
I guess it's just like, I don't understand. I would say that FTR haven't done anything. that they're bad for the tag team division. That's just
correct.
That's just how I think about it. So I would give them to the Bucks.
I would give them to the Bucks too. But the thing is, like, why did we put it on FTR if they weren't going to give them?
They thought Cope and Christian were going to come back from their honeymoon, but then they said, actually, no.
They're not coming back. So
Tony
now
keeps calling Cope and Christian, and it keeps going to voicemail. He's like, hey guys, if you could just give me a call. And then one time, like, they pick up, but it's like a butt pickup, and you can just hear like wet kissing noises.
I was gonna say, it's like Christian, neither of them has like a normal like voicemail message with their voice. They both just have like wasting away in Margarita or something. Just like, that's a sad one, but you know what I mean. It's just Jimmy Buffett. It's just Jimmy Buffett songs. It's like, where are you? I have to find you. I'd play a game that was like Tony Khan. It's like Carmen Sandiego kind of, but it's just like Tony Khan trying to like search down all of his lost wrestlers. It's like somebody flung Tony Khan's wrestlers to every end of the earth and like across time and space, and Tony has to go around trying to round them all back up.
That would be a successful video game.
That'd be a great video game.
Can we stop with the fake fighting games? Do that.
I'm like, you guys can make this. AEW, truly free idea, and I'll pay money for it. I'll pay money for it if you make it.
Yeah.
It'd be fun, especially if the wrestlers were all in places that made sense.
That made sense.
Yeah.
This would be innovative.
Chris Jericho's in a steakhouse, and the belt is in the car, and you can grab the belt first.
That's true. There are definitely like stuff that you can grab too. It's like if you get Toni Storm and she doesn't have Luther, she's just like, I won't be coming with you. I need my butler. And then it's like, fuck, I gotta go find Luther. And then if I get Luther, then I can get her. I used to play this game called Connections. That was like an educational game, like all the games.
Style game.
Kind of in a PBS household, so it was only educational games. I was playing a lot of Algeblasters. But it was that kind of thing where it was like really open-ended, like, what am I supposed to be doing here? Which I think is how a lot of games are now, but it wasn't as common.
I was picturing a Breath of the Wild, like open-ended, like open world where you can start anywhere you want. So like you don't have to go get the wrestlers in order. You can decide okay, well, I'm in Florida, so I guess I'll look for Chris Jericho because I'm already here, you know?
Yeah. But then you might find out that you did it in like a really wrong order and that you really should have gone and done.
You're like, God damn it, I should have gotten Jay White out of New Zealand first.
Fuck.
Tony's got a little backpack where his inventory is, and he looks in and sees all his little wrestlers in there. But then he might run out of space, so he has to go back to Jacksonville to like unload his inventory.
And it's like also but he could go unload his inventory, or he could go find Orange Cassidy's JanSport, and then he could put more wrestlers in the JanSport.
Yes.
But where would the JanSport be?
If you find Orange Cassidy early on, you've got double the inventory.
Yeah.
That's so smart. Wow. Okay, I wish I were playing this game.
Should we stop the podcast and go play the game, maybe?
Guys, should we just get on, like, Claude code or something? I'm just kidding. Okay, that was a topical joke. Hook was up in the rafters during this match, just kind of picking at his teeth with the finger, which was funny. And commentary was like, Samoa Joe was injured, which I maybe knew, but I'd forgotten already.
It was a sex swing accident.
Yeah. I was going to say, I don't know if you heard us talking about it. They said it in the world's weirdest way.
A non-combat related injury
or something. Yeah.
My non-combat related injury T-shirt is raising a lot of questions already answered by my T-shirt. Yes, and so the commentary was like, and so I guess that leaves Hook in charge of the ops. I did a little thinking after, in the moment, I was just like, that's interesting. I did a little thinking later. One, I wouldn't leave Hook in charge of a sandwich. No, he has not demonstrated. Hook is like, it's like if I'm a manager, I'm stepping out for a minute, I would ask a pigeon to watch the show before I asked Hook. Two, I was like, well, in my absence from wrestling, Will Hobbs, age 42 or whatever, moved to WWE, and Samoa Joe is
Royce now.
He's Royce Keys. Yeah, I know him. And Samoa Joe's out. So when you say Hook is in charge of the ops, it's Hook, Shibata, and some kind of nebulous incel army of jobbers.
Yeah.
That's terrifying when you put it that way. Like, anything could happen.
Yeah. It's dangerous. Like, it's just like, could we just do a safety check on the situation? Like, I want you to go to the ops dressing room and just, like, see who's in there. Like, who are these incels? What are they talking about in there?
radicalized back then.
Don't you also think there's a little bit of vibe of like Samoa Joe said to Shibata, like, listen, I'm gonna tell Hook that he's in charge because it'll be good for him. But can you make sure that like
Can you be in charge?
Yeah, can you just
But you're in charge, yeah.
I think
watch the incels. Don't let them get on YouTube, okay? Much less 4chan.
I would love it if the incels de-radicalized themselves in Samoa Joe's absence. So they were actually back there being like, sometimes like I actually do just want to like be able to express my feelings honestly. Yeah. And then they're just like supporting each other. And actually Samoa Joe comes back and he's like, you all seem pretty fucking emotionally healthy now. I've got to have a serious talk with Hook.
They somehow get adopted by Jet Speed.
Yeah.
It's like, Hook, let them go to therapy. Like, this is not what I wanted.
Hook's like, I didn't notice. My hoodie was pulled over my eyes, boss.
He was on his girlfriend's roof having roof parties.
And Jet Speed was getting the incels to do trust falls, and Hook just had his
just being like, there's a better way. Like, here, you guys sit over there and just watch how Kevin and I communicate just with our eyes.
And actually now Jet Speed deploys them to help save people. So there's actually no interference at AEW anymore because the incels are lurking being like, can I help you?
The incels have all been paired up and they spend every evening staring into each other's eyes for at least 20 minutes.
Wow, they're doing the New York Times 50 questions to fall in love.
Yeah, absolutely.
Utopia is within our grasp, AEW. Hook, just don't pay attention to anything that's going on. Speedball, Jet Speed, it's your turn. Step up.
Promo that Hook gave about how he was in charge was so funny because he was like, I've been the captain, so woodenly. Like, I have been captain of every team I have been on. I inspire people. It's just like, wow, okay.
It's like you're picturing like Taz on the other side of the camera being like, yes, we talked about it. We wrote the whole script together. You wrote it. And Hook's just like, you wrote it.
I am the best second generation wrestler. Taz's like, yes.
I know. I didn't get into Harvard, Dad. You did. All right. Chris Statlander and Thekla main evented Dynamite with their big strap match. And I've said here, reminding me after my 2-month absence from regular wrestling consumption, that wrestling is a form of entertainment derived for and by complete perverts. Mm-hmm. Complimentary. Salute.
Yeah.
Bryan Danielson was on commentary informing us that the leather strap connecting the women was the same strap he himself had used for his own AEW strap match versus, does anyone know?
Ricky
Starks.
Oh, Ricky Saints.
Which is why I think Bryan Danielson was like, don't remember who that was.
Yeah,
anyways.
Could have been with anyone.
Yeah.
And he said they tried really hard to clean it, but his blood, he sounded proud. My blood is still on that strap. And I was proud too.
His legacy.
I said, that's so fucking beautiful. Fluid bonding final boss.
Yeah. Really, everyone in the company fluid bonded to everyone else, and
I think that's
in a way
really
that's beautiful.
That's so lovely. That's so lovely. I mean, you couldn't say as much about any other industry. It would not be lovely at all.
No,
Imagine you were watching you were watching football or something, and somebody was like, "Yeah, I think those pads still have blood on it from like a couple years ago." Like everyone would be like, "That's disgusting," but here we're like,
burn them.
Like that's so wonderful. And I was kind of like, I don't know if they tried, they could clean it. And maybe they did. Maybe he's just spinning a little yarn. He loves to lie. Thekla and Stat both looked really, 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 really good.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really, really good. Proud to be gay. And the match I really enjoyed. I get nervous. So in strap matches, it's like the strap is around their wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Presumably one of the potential pitfalls is you could break your fucking wrist.
Yeah, and I feel like somebody did one time.
It really troubles me. I thought about it the whole way through the match.
There was a part where Thekla was like using it to tie Chris's hands behind her back, but she clearly couldn't get it. Like it was just getting too awkward. And so at a certain point she clearly was like, we're just gonna pretend good enough, It's like kind of near your hands. I loved it.
Yeah, that's right. That's the perfect thing to do. What did Bryan Danielson say on commentary during this match that is noteworthy?
He did praise Tekla's strap awareness.
Absolutely amazing stuff.
Felt normal.
Language innovation. She always knows where her strap is. Thank you, women.
On the promo on Collision that where they announced it, Chris Statlander called herself Straplander, and I was like, that's not the first time you've said that.
Strap daddy. Yeah.
I like it. I simply, what can I say? I simply like it. They bled, it was great. It was, they really was very physical. It felt really real. In so much as a match where two people are connected by a leather strap can feel real. It felt real to me.
Yeah.
There was a little interference from Triangle of Madness. So there's some ref distraction that contributed to Thekla successfully pinning Chris and becoming our new women's world champ. Triangle of Madness continued to attack Chris until Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor, who apparently their team name is the Brawling Birds.
Yeah.
I can't take that seriously.
No. And if Moth Boy's Collision clips are to be believed, a waiter who was a little rude apparently named them that.
Why? So the waiter was just saying,
he was like,
them,
"You birds gonna order?" And Alex Windsor was like, "That's, oh my God, wait a minute, Jamie,
birds."
That's us."
You know what?
We're both British. That's British slang.
It to me is not a good name, but I can see myself becoming really endeared to it. As time wears on. So in that sense, it might be the perfect wrestling name.
I will say, like, the weird promos that they're doing with each other that have absolutely no urgency or like any point to it have been endearing me. And I am like, let them cook.
Let them cook.
Give them Darby's art film budget and let's see what they do with it.
Darby is crying somewhere, right? I heard he already had to give it up to Clark. But it's like if Clark and what's his face? Clark and Gabe. You've ever heard of him? if Clark and Gabe.
The bad boys from the back of algebra class. Yeah.
Ooh, Clark and Gabe. If Clark and Gabe are making an art film that's about beating Darby up in a desert, it's like, it's still basically Darby's budget.
Yeah.
It's like he didn't
Darby was directing it from inside the body bag. Yeah.
Backseat driving that one. They're just like, shut up and just get beaten up. And he's like, do it the way I like it. Do it the way I like it, though.
It's like, do we have any Windex to pour in my mouth? No, God.
How can we escalate this? Everyone's like, we're already very uncomfortable with how escalated it is. Okay, so anyway, the Brawling Birds came out to save Chris, and then we ended Dynamite with like the trios facing off. So we had the Birds. I can't say it seriously. The Birds and Chris Statlander in the ring, and then Triangle of Madness on the outside, fade to black. I think that they're going to have a house show match in Australia, so. And people are not happy about that, but seems okay.
Yeah,
I celebrate that for the people of Australia.
That's nice. Yeah,
they get something special just for them.
Australia needs that. They
need that.
Yeah. Did you see the Collision clip where they just like held Chris down and Thekla whipped her with the strap for a while? I was like, how is this legal to televise?
I like that in kayfabe, Chris Statlander experienced that and said, I think I needed a whole match of it, to be honest.
I've tasted blood and I want more. I offered no resistance. The amount of whipping that goes on in a strap match where it's just like you're just every other second is just someone like gathering strap, getting a big handful of strap. I don't know. It was like surreal for end of the night stuff for me, where I was just like, I guess it's like you have to save it for after Watershed.
I know. It really is like a crazy way to come back to wrestling, because I feel like strap matches and dog collar matches are the two where you really do just look at them like, I don't know what else this is but kink content. Like,
there's a reason that they're breaking containment on Tumblr.com with people being like, what's this?
Yeah, like
we're asking too.
I
know, we're all asking that question. None of us have yet found an answer. At the time of my life, what do you guys think about Stat losing and just generally her title reign?
I was so surprised that she lost it. I feel like it's like kind of seems bad, but on the other hand, I'm just like, well, I got zagged a lot in this episode, and I don't know, I think a lot about like people being like, well, Toni, any booker like gets kind of worse after you've been watching them for a while because you know their patterns, and so everything's predictable. And I was like, he is mixing it up, so I'm kind of like, I mean, I guess we'll see where this goes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Crazy.
We missed most of Chris's reign, so I can't really confidently.
When did she win?
Like right before we left.
Was it at the November pay-per-view?
Full Gear, maybe?
Full Gear. It's not
Yeah.
Full Gear.
So, like, I can't really confidently say whether it was a success, but I think most people, like, seem decently positive about her, and I've liked every match that we've seen. And I'm not opposed to Thekla winning. Like, I think that'll be fine. And it's like Chris was never going to be like
you said Thekla could win last week, and I was like, I agree with you to be polite, but I didn't really think so. So like, it was a big win for you. I would say.
Now the truth comes out. Wow,
Point on the board.
The sausage gets made.
Point on the board for Leah.
Point off the board for Ann. Ann, please say how you feel for real in future.
Oh, all right. I'll get real aggro.
Let's get honest.
I hope the next time I say something like that, Ann just comes in and is like, in your dreams.
Okay, idiot.
Wrong.
Anyways, I'm not opposed to her being world champ. I think it's completely fine. And I, fine with Chris losing, but I was surprised that it was like a kind of short match at like a random Dynamite when Grand Slam was right there. So it does, unless they think the men's title is going to change and they didn't want to do both on the same night. I don't know. That'd
be incredible. I'd be so pro if Thekla won the women's this week and then on Saturday
Brody won the men's.
That would fucking rule. And Brody as champs.
That'd be wild. We're shaking things up.
I'd be really excited about that. Yeah. I don't know. It's just one of those things where I'm like, I don't want to be one of those people that invents like reasons to be annoyed, but I am like, I don't think that they would do this to the men. The men wouldn't do this in this way. And it just feels a little like less prestigious. Like it just feels like less care is taken. And so like all they had to do was wait 3 days, do it on Grand Slam, and I would have been fine with it.
Yeah. And it is just typical. It's like the women's world championship is not treated as equivalent to the men's world championship. No. Actually, years ago, it's funny the things that stick with you, but a wrestling man on Twitter who I generally respect, even, I might not always agree or whatever, but I think, their takes are reasonable, said at one point, probably in like 2022 or something, so like pre-Toni Storm's reign, he was like, the AEW women's division, like, I used to agree that it was, like, treated worse than, like, the rest of the show. But he was like, but now I think it's pretty much the equal of any other division. And I was like, any other division? So to you, the women's division and the men's tag division and the men's mid-card belt and the men's world title belt, those are all kind of equivalent divisions. So there's, like, 4 or 5 men's divisions and 1 women's tags, women's trios, women's everything, women's both belts. That's one division.
That's a real thing. You say by accident, and it reveals quite a bit.
It's colored my view of him ever since, and I will not name him. I'll take off
to us
air.
after.
Sure, yeah, I'll tell you after there.
Okay, we'll talk off air. I'm sure that's the kind of funny thing where I'm like, I'm sure we talked about it at the time. No memory. No memory.
Yeah, I don't know if we did actually,
we didn't.
But anyway, it doesn't matter.
Well, interesting. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know. I saw that clip of that Chris interview that was going around like right before this episode of Dynamite, where she was talking about like the experience of being champ and like basically being like, it's been really hard for me to figure out how to connect with the audience again after like, the various things that have gone on with my character. And I felt really sympathetic about that. And it made me, she was like, I think about it a lot. And honestly, just hearing someone say, like, I think about it a lot, not that I've ever thought that she seemed careless or like she wasn't trying. She often does. Like, it's like, you can tell that she cares. But just hearing someone talking about it, immediately, I'm just like, well, I'm so on side with you. I've always been on side with Chris, but I'm so on side with you because, as Mike said on our podcast, as we've always been quoting him, it's like, they don't want to make bad art. Like, and it's like, Chris, I would love to get to see her tell a story that makes sense from start to finish, mostly. And it's
got to be really rough as a performer to just be like, it's like, okay, you're going to turn heel now without like a real reason. It's just like,
and no one really cares that much to try to develop a reason afterward. Like it's you're kind of left on your own to like, well, make this make sense if you want, but don't worry, nobody pays attention if it doesn't.
It's just the girls anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But you know what? It's like I loved the match. I love Thekla. I love Chris. I would love for Chris to find something interesting to do. And like I am very interested in like her in there with Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor. I'm like, this is a bruiser squad. Like that's really sexy to me. So I'm like, okay, I'm interested in that. So my heart is open to everything, and I loved watching them bleed.
Yeah, and I hope Thekla does good stuff. I feel like their little faction has done a lot of sort of not character work and just a lot of like run-ins and stuff. So hopefully they'll like develop a little more.
We'd love to see it, and we'll find out. And we'll find out in future. Okay, I don't think we have anything to say about that. Let's move on to Orange Cassidy and Roddy fought Clark Connors and Danny Garcia on Dynamite with Mox on commentary. Which I think was kind of the highlight of the match. No offense to anybody else, but Mox really is just a shining star on commentary.
He was just so funny. Like, I could have listened to him for an hour. Like, he was just hilarious.
Yeah. He's just so, like, he just has such a, like, wow, crazy that I'm here vibe. Like, oh, y'all want me to be there? Yeah, sure. I'm going to say whatever I fucking want to say. You know that, right?
Yeah. All right. Sometimes when I'm on this pod, like I'll start a sentence and like have the thought where I'm like, now where's the sentence going? I guess it's exciting. And I feel like Mox has that a lot where he's like, I hear him hesitate and be like, should I say this? Well, I'm already here, so I'll just do it.
And it feels like he kind of revels in it too. Like to get to the middle of the sentence and be like, where's this one going? It's just like, oh, Jon Moxley, you crazy dog. Let's just keep talking and see what happens.
There was a moment where he was talking about the hair match and he was like, well, you know, the thing about Marina is that if you shaved her head, I don't know if she'd notice. She's just kind of like, she's busy. So it's like, she might not even notice that you shaved her hair because she's doing violence. And then he paused and he was like, well, I mean, she likes her hair.
He did go down and he also was like, she'd look good bald. I mean, like, it's really about the confidence. Like he was getting in one of those things that I get into on the podcast where I'm like, now does that sound like I'm saying that some people wouldn't look good bald? Anyone could look good bald.
It's really about the confidence.
Just do what you want to do. If you're doing what you want to do and you feel good, then you'll look great. Thank you, Jon Moxley.
He's very affirming, just a very affirming cult leader, you know.
Also, he said it 3 times because he was so desperate for Toni Schiavone. I don't even know who he was talking to take him seriously. He was like, people do not think that Yuta's hair is real, but I need you to know that it's real. And I was like, I don't know that
not
it's
a rumor
that
I've ever heard.
disputed. Yeah,
I know. He was like, people think it's a weave. I was like, do they?
I've never heard that.
No.
But I like that, like, that's like maybe just a rumor he's been spreading for fun. He's like, I wish it would catch on. I want people to just be looking at Wheeler Yuta and going like, do you wear wigs? Would you wear wigs?
It's so funny if Mox is just like identifying good things about his little proteges and he's like, Wheeler's got great hair. I am going to start being like, can you even believe it? It's probably not even real. It's so good, right? Like he this time he again said, he was like, yeah, Wheeler's like a newborn baby deer, like naturally beautiful. I think it's like, what is happening right now?
They're never going to do any storyline with it, but it's like he says those things about Yuta, and it's like, you actually adopted another son. Have you said anything nice about him even once? Have you called Danny Garcia like a newborn baby deer, like just wobbling on his little legs first day on Earth?
Have you ever commented on Danny Garcia's natural beauty? I mean,
even once.
I'm going to say more about that when we get to the end of the thing, because I do have more to say about his and Danny's relationship.
Because I clocked a few things this week. I did clock a few things.
I'd love to bring before the table.
Let's focus on this for a moment. So, Roddy, we're continuing the storyline. Roddy continues to be a reluctant conglomerator.
Although Kyle's gone, so why? You know?
Why is he still there?
Yeah, because he doesn't like them. I thought he was just hanging around them because Kyle was making him, but now it's like he's still hanging out in their basement and playing video games with them, but like making a show of being reluctant.
Once you join a friend group, it can be hard to, you know, it's like, what are you going to do? You're going to go find a new group to sit with? Like, he doesn't want to sit with anyone but Kyle. He wants Kyle. He wants Kyle.
His social anxiety is so much that it's like, well, Kyle's not here, so I guess I have to go sit with these
And
guys.
Kyle is going to come back. It's like, I think for Roddy, it's just like, I'm just waiting. Okay,
and
stop
I think
it. Stop.
And I think maybe the kayfabe of AEW is that, like, if you are left alone for any reason, you die. So, like, you have to be in a faction. Like, he can't, like, it's literally not safe for him to be at catering without a full table. So he is like, until I find another faction to join, this is it.
And there is a certain amount of conglomeration, as though they're like coated in flypaper. Like you bump them and now you're a conglomerator, you know? So
fun episode, like special episode idea, musical factions.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just get them rotating.
It'll be like wife swap, you know? It's like Danny Garcia goes to Conglomerate and Roddy goes to the Death Riders dungeon, and then you know,
that would
you
be
just like
almost
film
too
an
successful.
episode. It probably would be. But it'd be an episode where Roddy was like, why is the peanut butter over here? It should, like, what are you guys doing down here? You know, like, just
what are they doing?
Your household.
What a good question. What are they doing down there?
Love to know.
Okay, well, yeah, so we don't know why this... Listen, one thing I'll say about Roddy, he does not know how to advance a storyline. He knows... He'll come up with something where you're like, there's something there, and then he'll say, pause. Let's keep it exactly like this for the next 6 months. No change. No new aspects to the story. And it's like, that's so interesting. That's an interesting choice, Roddy. Bad. Some would say, like, not the right way to develop a story.
Yeah.
Me.
This is one where we didn't get Mike to explain it to us because it wasn't quite important enough. But it was another storyline that has just been apparently in stasis for 7 weeks. Longer, really.
It has to have escalated at this point, though, because he, in the middle of the match, I don't know if there was a reason for this or if he was just like, fuck this, I do not want to be here. He just left. And, like, OC was trying to tag him in. He was just like, I'm actually leaving. I'm actually going backstage. And so then OC just had to finish the match on his own.
Which it was so funny that Mox's reaction was just to laugh hysterically. Like, he was just giggling and chortling as Roddy walked away and was just, like, delighted.
Is this the point where Mox was like, imagine spending a lot of time with Orange Cassidy? Like, imagine a car ride with Orange Cassidy.
He said, we don't know what's going on between those guys behind the scenes. They say familiarity breeds contempt. These guys spend a lot of time together. Imagine spending a lot of time with Orange Cassidy. Imagine a car ride with Orange Cassidy from here to Palm Springs. And it was like, yeah, I've heard someone talk about this before. It's Eddie Kingston complaining about how annoying Orange Cassidy and Dustin Chuck Taylor are to be in a car with. And I'm sensing that you might have heard those stories as well.
Heard a little Chikara lore, perhaps.
It's like, oh, you don't want to get in a car with those guys. They are fucking the bits.
I would love it if Mox was just on commentary telling stories that he's heard about how annoying Orange Cassidy is.
God,
please. That's for us. That's for us.
Yeah.
So
get Jon Moxley on the pod and just be like, what have you heard from Eddie? Tell us the most annoying things that Dustin Chuck Taylor has ever
gossip
done.
session with Jon Moxley? Come on.
Oh my God. That'd be...
Won't somebody come gossip with us? Okay. OC did manage to win the match on his own, thanks in part to some well-timed intervention from Darby Allin, who showed up in the crowd at the barrier and dragged Clark Connors out of the action. OC rolled Garcia up for the win. Lee, I think this is when you have something to say about Danny's relationship with Mr. Jon Moxley.
So OC rolls Danny up. Danny, as soon as he got free, skidded out of the ring, ran up to the commentary table, and the camera cut to him, like, fast talking, where he was like, Dad, okay, I know I fucked up, but listen, hear me out first. This is what happened. You can't get mad at me. I know that you said that I was going to be locked in the training dungeon for the next month if I didn't win this match, but hear me out.
This isn't that dynamic, but it made me think, like, oh, I wish we could see this dynamic in wrestling. You know, in Clueless, when Cher takes her when Cher's father is like, Cher, get in here. Like, what's this? And it's her report card. And she's like, Daddy, like, those are just like, that's my report card. And he's like, these grades are so bad. And she's just like, duh, I'm like gonna fix them. And she's like, it's just the first pass or something. I would love for someone to have a little relation like that in wrestling, where it's just like, you lost. And it's just like, duh, it's just the first match.
It's just a jumping off point to start negotiations.
Exactly. Yes, thank you, Ann.
It is funny if Mox is being nicer to Yuta because Danny is being such a disappointment to him, you know, where he's like, why can't you be more like your brother with his beautiful non-weave hair and his natural beauty?
Why can't you be more like your brother who just fell off the back of a turnip truck and has never looked lovelier?
It would be diabolical for him to be doing this thing where he, like, switches which one is his favorite son based on which one has the higher self-esteem and needs to be knocked down a peg.
Yeah. You're saying Succession storyline. Yeah. Mox is a little too grind-setted out, I think, right now to be playing those kinds of mind games. Although, I'd love to see it. What's Claudio's name supposed to be now?
Big Dumb Claude.
Big Dumb Claude.
That is a gimmick. That is a gimmick.
It's so good. I listened to the ring announcer 4 times. I was like, she's not saying anything else. Big Claude.
This was the first time that I had seen Clark Connors in quite a while, and I
didn't like a lot of the things that you had to say.
I
I'll
said
just say
one
that.
thing. I said literally one thing, and it was I'm attracted to him.
I was actually with you this week. Like when he was away from Gabe
beautiful.
Kidd, I was like, he is pretty cute.
He's really cute. Like I felt it was like the most basic opinion I've ever had. I felt like kind of embarrassed to be like, well, sorry to say it, but Clark Connors is a real cutie.
You also said his name was Fine.
Yeah, I did say that. I guess I just don't have whatever negative associations you have with it. Like,
this is such a problem. It's okay when we all feel
Yeah.
like lackluster or like, passively benign, but I hate him and I don't want to see his face.
him.
I really gotten to a place where I'm like, he needs to leave, which is terrible because I think he hasn't even officially
It's
come
been
here
here like
yet.
a week.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
it's really escalated from last week.
I don't like anything. I don't like his name. I don't like his face. I don't like anything about it. And so
Well,
it's
I
like
thought
going
you
to be
liked
troubling for me.
his bedazzled pants you liked.
I know.
Should we dig into this?
really
What do you
shifted.
think this is triggering for you? Like, what is it about him?
Did you know someone named Clark?
No, he's I don't
Too
know.
pretty?
He reminds me. What's the guy with
His
the
hair's
boys?
too beautiful.
No, what's the guys with the boys? Not Dawson.
The
What's his
guys
name?
with the boys.
You know the guy with the boys.
Boys.
And
Not
he's
Dawson,
the peacock,
what's his
the
name?
peacock, and he's got the boys, and he's the guy with the dog.
Yeah, it's not Dawson.
Dog the bounty hunter.
Oh my god.
He's the guy, and his name could be Matt. It could be.
It's something like Dawson. God, why are we all blanking on this? This is so embarrassing.
His name is Matt Dawson. He's a peacock. He has 2 boys. The boys changed. Tanahashi was a boy.
Chuck Taylor was a boy.
Chuck Taylor was a boy. I don't know his
God.
name. I don't
Anyways,
know. Yeah.
it doesn't.
Dalton Castle.
Dalton Castle. I was trying to
okay.
say Matt Cardona at one point. That's not right.
His face reminds me of Matt Dawson.
He doesn't look anything like Dalton
This is
Castle.
so
to me.
humiliating. We really humiliated
No, it's cool.
ourselves.
I guess you had to Google it, so we didn't really get there in the end, did we? But we had fun.
But I had to Google Dawson Boys wrestler, which is like a humiliating Google to have done.
It is funny to be in one of these conversations where Leah's going, he's the man with the boys, the man with the boys. And it's just like, Leah, that's so fucking dumb. And then to almost immediately be like, oh, yeah, the man with the boys. Yes, you're right. Actually, I am supposed to know that.
I was still, you said Dawson, so I was like trying to think of like CW shows.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
R.I.P. James Vanderbeek.
Well,
yeah, that's rough.
yeah. Okay, well, Leah, I think that maybe it might be an off-air thing for us to try to dig a little deeper into what's going on with you and Clark. And I'm not saying that you have to learn to love him. I'm certainly not saying I love him.
We're gonna get
just
Jet Speed
pleasing
in
to the
here.
eye.
We're gonna get Jet Speed in here. They're gonna help you learn
Should I
to.
stare into Clark Connor's
Yes.
eyes?
Oh my
We're
God,
gonna
love
do
connection.
the 50 questions to fall in love
Yes.
with Clark Connors. And
Yay. Oh,
That's
I can't
really
wait to
rough
go to
for
your
me.
wedding. That'll be so fun. Okay, so at the end of the match, Danny's arguing with his dad about how he can get a better grade on his report card. We cut to Toni, Storm, and Luther in the luxury box. The luxury box is just what AEW.com called it. I didn't really understand that, but it's a box. That's where they are. Don't worry about it. And so Toni's cutting a promo, great promo, classic Toni promo. She's saying, I love being bald. I could be bald. If I can defeat you, I will shave your head so close to your skull, they will put a price tag on you and sell you at Spirit Halloween. Toni, you'll always be famous.
beautiful. Starting with Children of California, Lend Me Your
yes.
Ears.
Yeah, very
Beautiful.
good.
Great work.
Unfortunately, the stirring speech was interrupted by Yuta and Marina Shafir dragging a captive Mina Shirakawa out onto the ramp, cutting a big hunk of her hair out as in the ring, Danny Garcia attacked Orange Cassidy to prevent his interference. I actually liked the part just before that where OC was doing the kind of like pained acting that to me just reads as like, maybe I am too old for this. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this anymore. I don't know.
It's like at my desk job, my body felt better than
even my aches have aches right now. I think the last thing that we should talk about here, actually, hair. Who has it? Who wants it? I would just like to call out a little homophobia. Someone wants to speak on it.
It was really rough to hear that Excalibur was like, and Mina Shirakawa, her, what did he say? Her so-called wife, or her wife as she calls it, something
wife
like
as
that.
she calls it.
I was like,
unacceptable.
Maybe
it's legal, especially in California right now.
If she is calling her wife, who are you to question it? Just say her wife.
Yeah. We joked that Excalibur was a homophobic bully months ago, and it turns out he is, I guess.
Yeah.
He won't stop.
He won't stop. I do think, like, get right with yourself.
Yeah. He's like 2 seconds away from being like, I don't know, they're like lifelong roommates.
She's a confirmed bachelorette.
Confirmed bachelorette is so funny compared to confirmed bachelor. It's just like, life is one long party, baby. She lives in Nashville. Oh my God, I just remembered that we get to catch up on that. We'll talk about that offline.
Oh, yeah. We got to.
If anyone has anything to say about the Death Riders, do it here. No, I will just say my one thing. Again, having been away from wrestling for a while, and just you kind of like the men. Some men remain fresh in your mind, and some don't. There was this trios match that was Death Riders versus Don Callis family, and I do not know what was happening in my brain, but from minute one of the match to whatever the final minute was, I was just like, who's on whose team? And it's like you might say, you're at home, you're just like, well, some of them are in the Don Callis family and some of them are in the Death Riders, and those factions have been very well established. You're so right. It doesn't matter. Watching them in action, it was just bodies to me. And I kept being like, who are these? So who's fighting with who? Who's aligned with who? Like, and it seemed credible that it could have been any three at any given time. It was like, could be those three together.
I think that's almost exactly what was happening to me when I had my like out of body moment on my return.
When
I was just
during
like
their match, yeah.
Like
2 weeks ago, because they're having the same match over and over with slightly different guys. Yeah.
And so that's the point where I was like, and men are just amped to watch everywhere. This.
And good for
non-sexually.
And good for them. And good for them, may I say.
I think also it does speak to a little bit of a problem where it's like the Death Riders and the Don Callis family, they have just similar energies in their families right now. Like, I think they could distinguish themselves a little bit more.
Yeah. Let's really dig into, like, what does it mean to be a Don Callis family member, aside from Ham, which unfortunately doesn't seem to come up on TV this week. Just because it's not the holiday season anymore doesn't mean that we're going to drop it. Ham remains very central to the whole thing. I'd like to see the whole Don Callis family up to something again. I'd like to go to the mansion. I'd like to visit the mansion.
We got to spend more time in the mansion because they don't feel very
cohesive.
Okada is trying. He did this promo where he was just talking to Kyle, and the whole time he was like, and we're family. And it's like the vibe was just like he thought it was hilarious that we all keep pretending.
Sinister. I kind of loved it. Yeah. I know, but like in general, like does Takeshita feel like he knows Mark Davis? Like not really, you know?
It's so big that it does kind of feel like someone should be like going to Don Callis being like, should we have a mixer? Like, I don't know my brothers. I don't know. We had such a crazy rush this year. I barely met anybody. Like, can we have a mixer?
I wish
they're playing the ungame. They're getting Justfeed in there to lead a session.
I wish we could see a series of videos that's like Don Callis family goes to Six Flags, and it's just like
absolutely
it's just like Takeshita and Okada get sat together at a roller coaster and are both sitting with folded arms.
And I want to see Don.
They all go to Champs. They go roller skating.
I want to see Don Callis at like a ticket booth being like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be 17. No, 18. No, 19. 19 tickets. No, 20. I want men to be popping out from under each other's skirts, just like me too. I'm here too. He's like, I said no basement boys on this trip. Basement boys are here anyway. Okay, let's get to this. Is so it comes out immediately, okay? Because you can't talk about it without saying this. We have a new man, and you're supposed to say his name, Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa. Everyone is saying it really Ciampa.
Chomper, like Chomper. He's Mr. Chomper.
When I see this name, I'm like gutted that I'm not supposed to do this. In my head, it's just Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa.
He making the pizza.
Tommaso Ciampa. And I think I'll be saying it, if I'm completely honest, like, what am I going to do? Not say Ciampa? Just put a little spin on it. Ciampa.
You know, his real last name is like so normal. It's like,
what is it?
His real first name is Tommaso, but his last name is Whitney.
Wow.
Tommaso
he gave himself
Whitney.
Ciampa.
He gave it. He chose to Ciampa. He chose it to Ciampa.
He chose the Ciampa.
So Tommaso Ciampa issued an open challenge on Collision that led to him fighting and defeating both Claudio and Roddy somehow, because they both answered the challenge. I did get to the bottom of this in this.
Yeah, although I feel like in the past, like, you would just fight them one after another, not one on two.
Well, that's why Kyle Fletcher was mad about it, apparently, because Lexi Nair was like, why didn't you answer the challenge? And Kyle Fletcher was like, because Tommaso Ciampa is a bitch, because you're not supposed to take on two challengers at once. That's literally changing the rules. So he's a fucking pussy, and I would never answer his challenge, I think is pretty much what he said. And then Okada came up and was like, babe, I know you're mad, but don't you want to go to Australia as the TNT champion? Don't you want to go to your homeland as the TNT champ again? Just something to think about. And then he said, Fletch, what is their smush name? Protocada. And so I guess Kyle thought about it and was like, he's right about that. So he, after Ciampa beat Claudio and Roddy, which is kind of sad for Claudio and Roddy.
Poor big dumb Claude. You just went down so easy.
Kyle Fletcher came out and was like, okay, congratulations on nothing. You will never be me. Fight me on Dynamite. And then they did fight on Dynamite. And so we saw that this week. And this was my first experience of seeing Tommaso Ciampa. Okay, I'll be normal. Seeing Ciampa come out and his whole, and you guys had kept saying like Psycho Killer. And then at some point in this week's episode, I think you said out loud that like his theme song wasn't Psycho Killer, or someone said somewhere. And I had been thinking his theme song is Psycho Killer, and just being like, hard for me to picture this. Psycho Killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? I'm like, it does sound silly, but fun. I love it. But so he just is the Psycho Killer, like a face should be.
Absolutely.
I liked his theme song, actually. I enjoyed it. I'm going to say something. This was my genuinely first thought. I see the whole Tommaso thing, and none of you want to hear it. I'm sorry, and you're going to be really mad that I said it. But it was the first thing that popped into my head. I said, we have Brandon Cutler at home.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I also think that I do think, and this is part of the Brandon Cutler of it all, he does look D&D coded. You guys are right to be saying that Keebler elf thing, but also it's like he looks like he could be a troll king, and kind of like a sexy troll king. That
jacket with the collar that goes up, which is very fantasy, and then his beard shape as well.
It's very like you should be in one of the 7 realms, that kind of thing. It's like that's where Ciampa is coming from.
What fantasy race are you? You know?
Exactly. But then I went on a journey with myself where I was like, okay, I've said here Troll King. This man has 4 useless troll sons who can't get anything done. That's how in my head that is who he is now. He's a father of 4. And this man has in his possession a bag of holding. And then I said, well, should I try to find someone for him to kiss? Like right off the bat, should I just like go there? And I was like, maybe somebody else who also is a little D&D coded. Kip Sabian? So I immediately was just like, let's see him interact. Bring them out. Can somebody bring Kip
Roman
Sabian?
Emperor mode, like bring out the boys. I want to see the fantasy boys. Kiss one another.
The 3 men that I came up with for like, I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'll want to see Ciampa kiss someone were Kip Sabian, Jay White, and John Silver. Those are my 3 suggestions. So bring them out for chemistry testing, Tony Khan. They just all seem like they could be.
They've all got
in a 7 Kingdom
facial hair that's kind of inappropriate.
Yeah, they do.
So. And I don't know. There's something about like the bald and no facial hair, or the bald and weird facial hair kissing each other. That feels
too weird.
Much.
Yeah, both alike in dignity.
I want someone with something opposite going on.
Yeah, you want a bare face,
big head, like a Yuta.
Yeah, that's where I would
bare face.
He has a beard,
but he has opposite hair.
Who has a bare face for Tommaso Ciampa to kiss?
Who's our bare-faced boys?
I know.
Roddy?
I know people are listening to this and they're just like, can you just wait for him to interact with somebody? No. I kind of felt like I just had to get the ball rolling because I'm just like worried that people aren't like clocking. Like there's so many new people show up and I'm like, do you know you have 30 minutes? Like find someone to kiss now.
Your vibe is like kind of like in a Regency matchmaker where you're like, oh, there's a new gentleman in the ton, and
I know. And this is the first time we've ever reacted to a new man with like, bring out a man to kiss. Like,
to be clear, it's not because I'm horny for him. I think I'm just like, well, something has to be going on here. I don't think I understand your energy at all. Like,
your vibe is a little bit like, this man troubles me, and maybe if I put something like on his face, like it'll like, it'll like fix the problem.
I don't know. But anyway, I don't know. Let's bring out maybe the three I said, but maybe also some barefaced boys if we can find any. Yes.
Just picturing Toni backstage going, "You shave. We're gonna give it a shot."
I think that should be more of Tony's energy. I feel like he never does chemistry testing, and it really sickens me.
It's like it's not even his priority to find who's gonna kiss who.
He doesn't care at all. He doesn't care even a little bit. So anyway, there was a match, though. He did have a match. Hey, guys, there actually was a match.
With a barefaced boy, so.
Oh, Kyle Fletcher. Yeah, I remember now. I remember everything. Yeah, it was Kyle.
Is that not primarily how you think of Kyle?
And now it will be. A barefaced boy of a mere 26.
That's right.
Can't even grow a beard yet, probably, if he tried.
Probably, yeah.
He can barely grow any hair anywhere on his body. I'm always saying that about him. Hairless Kyle Fletcher, I'm always saying. The car's in a ditch.
I hope people are like, thank God they're back and not like, what's wrong with them?
Oh boy.
Okay, what are we talking about? Kyle. So Kyle came out for this match, and you said something about his appearance. Would you like to repeat it?
Oh, his panties look really panty-like this time.
Really panty-like.
Like more than usual.
Something about it was unnerving me quite a bit, if I'm completely honest.
Like, I don't know if he's changed the cut. I don't even think he had. It was just maybe it's just coming back to wrestling and being like, wow, that's a man wearing panties. I don't know.
Those sure are panties. I don't know.
I went 5 weeks without looking at men wearing panties, I'll tell you.
How did you live? How do we survive? So they had this match. Good, really good match. Just living it. I know everyone had a really nice time. It was fine. I had a perfectly fine time. I don't know that I fully got it. You know, I don't know that I fully got like the Troll King, like his whole vibe.
We're sitting here like, I really don't understand why the Troll King is fighting the barefaced boy, and Tony Khan's like, what's the Troll King? He's not a Troll King. He's a killer. He's tough.
He's a handsome man. I'm like, yeah, he's a handsome Troll King. And he has 4 useless sons. I did see an interview, or like a quote from an interview with Ciampa where he was talking about his daughter, and he was like, my daughter was like kind of worried about me. Like when I told her like I was, gonna go to AEW, like her vibe was do you know you have 30 minutes? She acted like you're going to high school for the first time, and what if you don't find any friends? And I was like, that's how everyone should be acting. Yeah, that is how you should be thinking when you come into this company.
She's correct.
Yeah. She's right. She gets it, actually. And buddy, you don't have any friends yet, so clock is ticking. Let's find a lover or find a friend,
Mm-hmm. It's like the catering, like if you're sitting by yourself for too long, it's going to open up and swallow you. You've got to have somebody next to you.
Yeah. The floor is lava, Tommaso.
Yeah.
Let's get to work. So they have this match. No problem. Perfectly fine match. I didn't think Ciampa won this belt immediately, first match at AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then he did lose the belt again to Kyle.
Immediately, yeah.
What's that about?
Yeah, it was confusing to me, but delightful, but confusing. Like, I liked watching him immediately humiliated. And as he had lost, I was like, and then I was like, I guess they didn't want Kyle to take it off Mark Briscoe, probably because they fought like so many times and we're all getting really bored of it. So like, that makes sense. And then Mark Briscoe walked out and to challenge him, and I was like, okay, so that's not what happened.
Yeah. Remember that run where it was like, who was it? It was like Darby, Sammy, and Miro were just trading the belt back and forth.
Yeah.
The TNT belt does like, it is attracted to, like, it likes to get in a little boomerang and just be like,
yeah. And
Let's
I'm like,
get sexy.
not opposed.
I'm a little opposed.
Yeah, you think it should be about Whirlpool?
Well, I guess what I would say is that I don't. Well, let's talk about how okay, so he wins. It's fine. I thought it was weird that Tommaso just like slunk off in shame immediately. Like I was just like, oh, no like beat afterwards that's like might tell us a little bit about your character. He was just like lost, See ya.
That was my objection, where I was like, so what was any of that for if he's not going to be involved in the Briscoe Fletcher thing? So why did we do any of that?
I don't mind. I think it's kind of fun to have him win it and then lose it immediately. And he could do something with he should bring it up in whatever his next promo is, and it should be relevant to whatever his next thing is. I just thought it was weird for him to just kind of accept it. Like, he's just like, lost immediately. Them's the breaks. But you know what? Just happy to be here and happy to be a delicious looking troll king. He doesn't look delicious. I don't know why I said that, but it's like, you hear troll, you think ugly. Like, it's not ugly. He's a handsome man, kind of. I can see.
It's fascinating listening to you work out your relationship with him on air.
Ciampa. Complicated. Just complicated. I don't take him seriously. I don't think.
No,
will say
nobody
that.
should.
No.
It appears many do, though. Many do, but
many
they
seem to. But it's troubling, because it is just a very silly parody type. And I feel like there's something about the way he looks, where it's like very bald head, funny facial hair, very blue eyes. That's all just like, you're like, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm trying to put it all together, and then you're just talking about his useless troll sons, and that.
Yeah, I'm like, this could only come from a fantasy land. This creature, this could only come from a fantasy land.
And it's like, in some ways, it's just a normal man, but in other ways, there's something wrong here.
There's nothing normal about what I'm seeing when Tommaso Ciampa comes out. It compels me, though. It just really compels me.
We do keep talking about him a lot. It's like, so I guess we got to give that to him.
Yeah, he's stirring up conversation.
He's a conversation piece. Yeah.
Oh, Toni, it was so nice of you to buy us a new conversation piece. Conversations were getting so dull around here, but now we have our Ciampa together around.
Like you go to someone's house for dinner and you're like, oh, what's with this thing? And it's like,
my Ciampa?
Tommaso Ciampa.
I love
what's going on with the beard? I don't quite understand the vibe.
I love the idea.
Killer Troll King. Okay.
I love the idea of us walking up to Tommaso Ciampa and just turning to Toni and being like, "No, is there a story behind this?"
Yeah, where'd you find it?
I feel like Toni would love that question. Like, he'd be like, thank you for asking. It all goes back to the year was 1999. I don't know how old Tommaso Ciampa is. 80? Just kidding. He looks young. Maybe. I don't know. Could be 50, 60, 50, 40, 30.
He is 40. I looked it up.
40 sounds so reasonable. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be talking about here. Oh, okay. Kyle wins. Tommaso slinks off in shame. Mark Briscoe's music, or he's getting a little in-ring interview. Mark Briscoe's music hits. He comes out. He's like, first things first, Kyle, you deserve the world. Kyle, and I've always said this.
Did he say, I love you to Kyle? I think he might have. I don't know.
I don't remember hearing that, but I could have blacked it out. His energy was like, wow, Kyle, brava. What a match to see. And I'm so proud of you and Ciampa both. And I always knew you could do it. And you can, in my eyes, you can do anything. And the more we fight, Kyle, the closer that I feel to you and I feel aligned with you. And your pride is my pride. And congratulations, my love. That was what I took from it, which in the middle of what he was saying, I was like, now they are enemies. Or am I wrong about that?
And meanwhile, he's saying to Kyle, like, Kyle, you deserve this. And Kyle starts yelling, I know.
Which was funny. That was very funny.
I loved it.
I didn't really understand the character work that Mark Briscoe was doing, I guess.
No. It's a real heaping coals of fire on your enemy's head by being real nice to them thing, and it did seem to confuse Kyle. So I guess there was that.
We were all confused.
In that sense, it worked.
It worked. And then I think he was just kind of like, and I respect you so much that you want to fight for that belt again. Should you and me just like, should we be bad? And should we fight again? And I, sitting in my couch at home, was like, no. I don't think so. I don't think that's a good idea because I've seen you fight conservatively 73 times in the past 3 months. I would say there not a minute of AEW programming has passed when you two have not been actively having a match. True or false?
True.
But they are going to fight again. And Kyle, I've written here, Kyle said, yes, my love, and this fight will be a glorious ladder fight. And it's going to be a ladder match. Because there was something about, like, flying high. Like, this time when you fight me, well, I don't know what he said.
People who don't watch AEW and just listen to us are going to be like, Wow, a lot goes on that wrestling show.
And mostly subtextual. And like mostly like sub-subtextual. So anyway, I don't know. Any thoughts about any of that?
I'm so
okay
bored with the idea of them fighting again, but I do love the belt just going around. So I hope that like Mark Briscoe wins the belt and then Ciampa immediately challenges for it and then wins it back. You know, like it's fine.
I think Mark Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher having a 7th fight this fast is so absurd that it is that I'm annoyed by it. But if they had this 7th fight and then immediately were like, should we fight again? And went to the 8th, I would loop all the way back around and just be like, funny. That's funny, actually. So
it's that the Dunkhouse family has too many men. This is too many men. I love it. They need more men.
I know. Looking like a dickhead. Well, we'll see what happens. And we got to everything here. Kyle's panty situation. Oh, on commentary, someone at Kyle said, he was like, whoever wins in Sydney will be, and he was saying like, we'll be the winner of all time. But of course, in my head, I'm just like, whoever wins in Sydney wins in real life.
Yeah, that's exactly what I filled into.
Yeah. All right. And then 2 minor topics. Another little commercial from promo. It's called a promo.
It was kind of a commercial. That was kind of the vibe. More than promo.
Promo from Will Ospreay. Just saying like, what if I could come back to wrestling someday? But will I be good? Could I come back? Will I be good? And I said, come back. Please come back. Please come back. Please come back.
His energy was very subdued and depressed in this, and I was like, that's not the Will Ospreay I like to see.
I know, but it actually, that kind of intrigued me because immediately in my mind, I was backstage and I said, Kenneth Jerome Omega, get over here. Did you know that your friend is sad? Have you called him even once? Look at him in this pre-tape. He is miserable. Kenny's like, we're not friends. I'm like, you were up a pole together, Kenny. Can any of Will Ospreay's friends call him back? Look at how miserable he is. He needs help.
Wow.
He's so sweet. I need him back, and I need him well. So, Will Ospreay, be safe, and you'll be in my arms again soon. The arms of my viewing. And then I just wanted to say, Hangman and Andrade didn't do anything interesting this week. They are going to fight next week for #1 contender.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. Or on Saturday. You guys already saw them fight.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off. You already saw it. I just want to say I was really thrilled listening to your episode with Mike, and Mike being like, I always liked Andrade pretty much. And I was like, me fucking too. And for a while, people were acting like you weren't allowed to be like, Andrade's really funny. But he is, and he has been this whole time.
He's really been a delight since he's been back. It's like no complaints.
Yeah. I like the sexy thing he's doing. I think it's fun.
I don't think you can trust him as far as you can throw him. I think it's like that man will do anything, but God, I love watching. Hate to see him leave. Love to watch him come. You know what I mean? And I hope that he interacts with Darby again. And I just want to say that. Just want to put that out there. Little manifestation energy.
Yeah.
Was there anything that you wanted to talk about that we didn't get a chance to talk about?
Allie did such a good job.
I just want to say it felt so good. It felt so good.
It really did feel good.
Yeah.
And the car of this podcast, it was absolutely barely on the road for a second at points.
Yeah.
It was
Perfect.
careening.
When the 3 of us are together, though, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, that's what I like. I want to be on I want to be on Mr. Toad's wild ride with my friends.
I want to see what we can discover together.
And I think we discovered some stuff. You tell us if you think we discovered some stuff. We will post, as mentioned, a link to bodies, seating the bodies, to our Seating the Bodies poll for March Madness. Please participate. And please, I really will encourage, I'd love for people to, make your case. Make your case in there.
I'm excited. I need some good, sexy blurbs.
Please. Okay, on that note, I've been Allie.
I've been Ann.
And I've been Leah.
Oh, it's Tunnel Talk. Our theme is by Chris Corkin. You can find us on Twitter, Tumblr, Twitch, Blue Sky at Tunnel Talk Pod, via email, tunneltalkpod@gmail.com. You can find us on our feed, on the Social Suplex Network feed, where you can check out all the other great podcasts on the network, and you can find us on the Social Suplex Network Discord. Please rate, review, and subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. Stay frosty. And as always, please come back next week.